Whatever people think about Meghan Markle, things don't clearly go all of her own way. We know that she's a demanding duchess, there's no two ways about it, seemingly likes her own way and likes to focus on her. We saw that with that Texas birthday party, didn't we? Interesting to note that really everything was about her own marketability, whether she could connect to a brand new fan base or reinvigorate the people that she'd lost previously. It's interesting to note also with both Meghan and Harry, they seemingly want to work at points as a duo, particularly on her projects, but on his projects, seemingly he's very much well and truly alone. You know the ones I'm talking about. The battle, of course, with the British media. No two ways about it. What's fascinating about this particular story, though, is now this, and Meghan herself apparently is less than thrilled. Let me explain. To see you, thank you so much for joining me today. Outside, of course, the beautiful Buckingham Palace. Yes, there's nobody at home and nobody's invited me in for a cup of tea. And I've just realised, yes, Queen Victoria's statue is sticking outside my head. So we'll just move down, shall we? Then you know it's real, you see. It's not a green screen, like everybody keeps pointing at. You know, there's some dense people. Do you know what I mean? Why would you want to do that when you can come down here and film in the splendour of here? That's the thing. Now, as we all know, of course, Meghan is coming back with her podcast with Lemonada, and it's set to be a big thing, yes. I mean, even though they've re-released the archetype stuff, everybody was thinking, oh, this is marvellous, they'll put it back out and people will simply flock to listen to it again. Well, they didn't do it the first time, as I said, so why on earth would you want to do it again? That's the bigger problem. That's the bigger issue now. But of course, this is just the, shall we say, starter to what we can expect moving forward. But not everything is going particularly to plan. And as ever, we have to say, allegedly. You see, as we now know, Meghan decided to sign to a much smaller company for a profit share of that particular deal. No two ways about it. She was grateful to get anybody to wish to take her on doing podcasts moving forward. Where it gets really interesting, I think, and the dynamic is far more interesting, is simply this. You see, before, and there's no two ways about it, Meghan was not indeed fully hands-on. Allegedly, she only wanted to interview the major stars that she felt, she had hope for people like Jane Fonda, but ended up settling for her chum, Serena Williams, the tennis queen, and of course singing diva Mariah Carey. This time around, the company have insisted that she has to be in the moment, in the present, literally. I mean, this is going to prove very difficult for Meghan, interviewing each and every single one individually, not just via Zoom also, but in the studio. That's going to cost, quite a bit of money, depending on who they get, or indeed if they go for outside broadcasts. You see how this works. The bigger picture is this: they do not want to have a repetition of what they had with Spotify. Anything similar, they're really not interested in. And as they know, basically, if they get this wrong again, and we're not talking, of course, Harry and Meghan here, but the team behind Lemonada, they're going to be blasted. They will make it look silly, and they don't want to go into the same boat. Now, while they're not investing millions, it's really all about authenticity. And what they plan to do is film the interviews and edit them, obviously under the tutelage and guidance of Meghan, making sure that people realise that she is a podcaster to be reckoned with. So if Meghan thought she could dial in this brand new series, well, truly, as a source told me, this is going to be far harder work than the soft gloves approach that Spotify first dealt her. Interesting, don't you think? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.